Yay, good job, Ethan.
Good job, Ethan.
Too bad you can't play the rest of that song or else we'll get copyrighted on YouTube. Because we make just so much money off this podcast and then we'd have to take it down and then there's just so much money that's not in our pocket.
So much money.
So much money. Bye, Ethan.
A lot of it, actually.
Bye.
Bye, Ethan.
Wow.
Goodbye. Love you.
Wow. For some reason, I was really into that rendition.
Jeez. Yeah, that one was different. That one was special,
it was
I think.
Ethan's version. That was it.
Yeah.
It was his version. Hey, guys. Welcome back to the podcast.
His version.
I said it first.
Hey, guys. What's going on? Oh, my bad.
First.
Oh, I know. I'm sorry. I apologize. I should do better.
I want to let you guys in on a little secret. Bim and I have pressed record on this podcast how many times would you say? 4?
At least 4.
And all of the times the recording failed. So if it happens one more time,
yeah,
this will be a Charlotte episode of the podcast where you guys can't hear Bim because most of this is going to be me talking anyway. And if her recording stops, then it'll just be a one-sided telephone call and I will make it work.
I think that's actually ideal, honestly.
It might be.
For everyone. Yeah.
I think it'll work. But if my recording
so
stops,
too.
That will be the worst. Because, guys, today we have just such a beautiful, amazing, important, groundbreaking, wonderful podcast for you guys. But before I reveal what it is, because you guys haven't read the title yet, Bim, I want to ask you, how was your week this week?
My week was good. It was good.
Okay, good. I thought you weren't going to elaborate, and I was going to have to sit here and say, speak, respond, and,
right.
glad that is.
No, I'm responding. Don't worry. Yeah, it was good. I had, I don't even know what did I do this week. I can't even remember. Spit what out?
What you did this week.
But I didn't do anything this week.
Well, guys, my week was just, it was, until Friday, because then Friday just, so much new music came out, and I was bombarded.
Mm-hmm.
I was simply bombarded, and I almost screamed and cried and everything. It was great.
All those things?
I taught just so much ballet this week. So much ballet.
You're on your grind set, okay?
Sometimes I feel like I've girl bossed a little too close to the sun, because on Thursday, I was at the studio from right after I left school, which was around 1-ish, till 7 p.m.
That is a lot.
It's a lot, actually. And I was a little bit past 7 because, I gotta, close down stuff. So,
right.
It was a lot. It was a lot, guys. But
you're doing it. You're on your grind set.
Grind set?
Yeah.
I have not heard that one.
You don't be saying that? You're not on your grind set? I'm on my grind set, okay?
I watched Joe Rogan would say,
the
and
first.
That's why I don't want to be saying it.
I watched the first half of Wolf of Wall Street yesterday. I am on my grind set, okay?
Wow. Happens to the best of us. Bim,
yeah.
Can you tell us more about this Wolf of Wall Street thing? Because you've explained it to me twice, and I don't really get it.
Okay, it's just the Wolf of Wall Street, I feel like everyone, if you know the economy and you know stocks, you are watching the Wolf of Wall Street, and I know both of those things. So I be watching the Wolf of Wall Street, every single morning I wake up, I watch it. Yeah, no, it's just this joke me and my friends have where we watch the Wolf of Wall Street every morning to get us on our grind set, and that's how it works. So I got on my grind set yesterday. Yesterday was the Wolf of Wall Street day where we only watch half of it, so we can still say we've never seen it, but we've seen it. One time, me and Neil were popping some popcorn upstairs in the 8th floor lounge, and these two guys came in, and it was Halloween or whatever, and they were like, oh, what were you guys for Halloween? And we said we were the Wolf of Wall Street, and the guy did the meme. He was like, oh, I love that movie, I've seen it 10 times.
Way.
And
IRL? He did the meme IRL?
He did the meme IRL, and we were like, yeah, he was. And he's like, oh, which characters were y'all? And then we were like, he said, "Oh, I'm the wolf," and I was like, "Yeah, and I'm Wall Street," and he was like, "What?" And we were like, "You clearly have not seen this. You're not a fan. You have not seen this.
So
Like, you don't know what you're
reverse
talking about." He's like,
gatekeeping.
"I am a fan." Exactly. He's like, "I am a fan. I've seen it like 10 times." Like
Don't know about that.
he's like, "I know the Wolf of Wall Street." So yeah, that's the Wolf of Wall
Wow.
Street.
Wow. Reverse gatekeeping. Never thought
Yeah.
I'd see the day.
It's an art, honestly.
It's a highly
Yeah.
high skill, closely researched
Yeah,
art.
yeah.
Okay, guys.
It really is.
Um,
You know what's art? Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
Did you like that? Did you
know
like
what?
that?
I was about to make the same exact transition.
No
I was gonna say
way.
something like,
See, this is
you know what else? Speaking of art, you know what is my favorite form of
yeah,
art?
yeah.
Music. And you know who is one of my favorite musicians? Taylor Swift.
Who's that?
That was gonna be my transition.
my
That
goodness.
was my pick.
What?
But yours works too.
Oh.
I guess. I mean, whatever.
Oh, I guess. I feel like you shouldn't guess. Like, I feel like this is a given. Mine works really well, actually.
I'm just kind of angry. You're gonna sit here and ruin the one good thing I still have left.
Sorry.
Oh well.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I have Taylor Swift and painting my nails. Those are my two good things in this world.
You know, those are, yeah, if I had to describe 2 words to describe you, it would be Taylor Swift and nail polish.
This is me shaking my nail polish, guys.
Yeah,
Um,
that's good. It's the orange one.
Orange, and then I'm getting the.
5s.
I almost thought I was not gonna be able to open this. Bims is not holding on.
My nails are, yeah, it's disappointing because usually they do hold on for like 2 weeks, but it's only been a week and these are struggling.
Struggling to survive, which actually sucks because Bim and I aren't gonna see each other till not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday.
Yeah. The next time I'm going home is Thanksgiving.
So, oh well. Well, that's
Oops.
because I'm going to Dallas
It's okay.
this weekend.
Ah, that is so
Dallas,
exciting.
Texas. It's gonna be really, really exciting.
Dallas, Texas.
I just shook and just
How's-
flooded my kugel.
Oh.
I might scream. And I can't hear a word Bim is saying. I hope we're talking at the same time. Are you fucking with me? Okay, get yourself together. Start it again. Can you call me on my phone? And I put my phone into the speaker? I mean, guys, this could work. I think that will be such a great remedy to this situation. I think that is exactly what we need to do. Hey guys, Bib is asking, is this a good idea? Vote now in the comments down below, because what you'll say will directly affect our actions right here, right now. What are we thinking, guys? What are we thinking? We're thinking, you know, that's what I'm thinking too. Bim, why don't you call me up on FaceTime, girl? All right, she just logged off of Discord. Well, she hasn't logged off yet. She's leaving now. She was gonna say don't miss me too much, but the thing is, guys, I never miss Bim. Never one bit. So, that's what's happening. But anyway, as I was saying before, I was so really interrupted by this girl who just can't get her recording straight. I'm going to Dallas, Texas next weekend to audition for 8 schools. 8 schools. So, we'll see how it goes. I'll keep you guys posted. You know what? I think I want to get more active on the BM&W Instagram account without Bim noticing. Oh, she's FaceTiming me. God. Wasn't it so fun before Bim came, and now she's coming back? Hello, may I help you?
Hello,
This,
I'm here.
the way that I have to now hold my phone up to the microphone the whole time is
Okay,
some
I feel like you,
bull honky.
I don't think you have to. I feel like you can just,
Set you down right here. That's what I'm gonna do.
yes, yeah. And then just turn me all the way up.
All right, that's what I'll be doing. Thanks, guys, for your support. If you don't like the audio of this episode, I don't care because Bim's not going to be talking one bit. If if I know anything about this podcast, it's gonna be that I am such a gatekeeper that Bim is not allowed to say anything.
Okay.
Cool beans. Glad we're on the same page. All right.
Yeah.
So, guys, as I was saying, because I can't even remember what I was saying before Bim FaceTimed me.
My bad.
All I hear is like the static in the background of you.
Oh.
Like I can hear your voice, but I also simply hear like static. It's really cool.
I'm sorry. Which is weird because I turned off my AC for this.
I think it's just FaceTime being FaceTime, doing its little FaceTime thing. So, you know what, guys? We'll see how it goes. Did I want this to be a really good podcast? Yes. Was I hoping for it to be a really good podcast? Yes. With perfect audio? Maybe not perfect, but like at least good. But this is what we're getting. So this is really exciting, guys. How long are we into the podcast? 11 minutes, guys. 11 minutes. So, oh well. Here we go, guys. I was talking about Dallas, Texas. And how I'm auditioning for 8 schools. And how I'm really excited, and how great the podcast is when Bim is transitioning between Discord and FaceTime, and like there's that lag time, so like the podcast kids and I we get a little time to ourselves.
I'm jealous of that. Sorry, I muted my audio so that way there's no buzz in the background.
Oh, you're so considerate.
So I'll like unmute when I want to.
Unmute?
Hey guys, I didn't need this today.
Guys, I need this today. Anyway, guys, today is the day. Today is the day. It's the moment we've all been waiting for. It is the Taylor Swift podcast. Now,
Yay!
I don't know when I spoke this into existence, but I did, and Steven said yup, and Bim's mom said yup. No, I think the contingency was anyone but Steven. If they say yes, then we get a Taylor Swift podcast. I don't really remember what it was.
Yeah, it was something like that. It's someone other than Hans and Steven, and my mom did it, so.
So we have Bichelle to thank for this, and
Thank you, Bichelle.
I could not be more thankful. But it also really fits with the theme of this week because Taylor Swift has just been on a rampage this week. She has been a machine this week. She was on Jimmy Fallon and Jimmy Kimmel, the Jimmys.
Both of the Jimmys?
She was
2-time in the Jimmys?
Literally, and honestly, it's almost unforgivable.
That's kind of heartbreaking, honestly.
It's really sad to hear, but it has to happen for her career and stuff, but it sucks that she just had to endure the Jimmy.
Wow.
Not Fallon.
Disappointing.
Kimmel.
No, of course.
Jimmy, parentheses, not Fallon.
Right.
Anyway, so she was on 2 late-night TV talk shows on that Thursday. Friday, she released Red, Taylor's version. And then on Saturday, she was on SNL. And I am about to explode. Like, my week was just the second half of my week was just fantastic because of it. So, in honor of that, I think we need to go back and explain to Bim the entire history of Taylor Swift. Do you guys agree?
I'm excited for this.
Why are you so excited?
Well, because, I don't know much about Taylor Swift, and it seems like I should,
Yeah, like from just like a feminism perspective, you need to.
Right. As a woman,
You need to know about Taylor Swift.
I need to know, yeah.
Okay, so I am ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Red. Funny.
This is too funny. All right.
Thank you.
So, Taylor Swift was born in Pennsylvania. All right? She grew up on a Christmas tree farm. Like,
we going way back.
you thought I was playing around? What did you think was going to happen?
Maybe just like the history of her career, her songs. This is her life.
Well, guys, you got to start from the very, very beginning.
Oh, will this help me understand?
Yes, yes it will.
Okay.
So, Taylor Swift was born in 1989 in Pennsylvania. She grew up on a Christmas tree farm. She has a younger brother, and
1989, like the name of her album.
Literally, let me get there. Let me get there. Stay on mute. Stay on mute. Put yourself on mute.
My bad.
Okay, she's on mute, guys. We can live in peace and harmony. All right. Yes, like the album 1988. We haven't even gotten there. Spoiler alert. Jesus Christ.
I have the album. I have it on CD now.
CD's nuts. CD's nuts. Yeah, so anyway, at age 11, she moved to Nashville, Tennessee to start her music career. And there she learned how to play guitar, how to play piano, how to do everything. And she started making demos. And she would send these demos to, like, places in Nashville because, like, she wanted to be a country music star. Like, that was her dream. That was her gig, you know? So, she made 11 demos before she got signed. And she got signed at the age of 14 to Sony record label. And that made her the youngest ever singer with them at 14. Can you imagine? 14 years old.
When I was 14, what was I doing? I was playing Five Nights at Freddy's.
When I was 14, I was not a musician. Let's just say that, guys. When I was 14, what is that, freshman year when you're 14?
Yeah.
For sure.
For me, but yeah.
Yeah, no, it was freshman year for me. Well, beginning half of freshman year. Could you imagine? I simply can't. I simply cannot imagine. Anyway, so she signed with the record label and she started making music. Then she started like doing shows and stuff. And in 2006, she signed to a different record label called Big Machine Records under Scott Borchetta. Now remember that name because it's going to come up later and it's going to make you really angry every time you hear it after this podcast, guys. So remember.
Scott Buscemi.
I like to call him Scott Bitch. But that's just me. Don't know about you guys, but that's what I like to call him. So she signed with Big Machine Records, and that's when she released her hit single, Tim McGraw. Now this single put her on the map. It was released in the summer of 2006, and it spent eight months on Billboard's country singles, like on the thing. Huge deal, guys. So then, like, after that, she released her debut album entitled Taylor Swift. Very classic thing to do. Name your first album after you. And that went platinum in 2007. So, after she released her debut album, this included songs like Picture to Burn, Teardrops on My Guitar, Should Have Said No, Our Song, and Tim McGraw. So, like, just like classic Tay-Sway songs, all on this debut album. And she released it at the age of, I think, 16? 16, I think.
Queen.
Just like Queen stuff. Just Queen shit.
I
Like,
had no idea she was so young.
yeah, no, she signed her first record label 14 years old.
Whoa.
Insane. First album, 16 years old, okay? So then after that, she tried to start building a name for herself. She went on tour after tour, kind of opening for people. The most, not important, but like the most notable of them being Rascal Flatts, I think is their name. Don't know if I got that right, but I really couldn't care less. If the musician is not Taylor Swift, I don't care. Let's just say that.
Exactly.
Literally, I think it's a philosophy that everyone should be adopting now. And why we haven't as a society, I don't get it. So after she started going on tour after tour, she won in 2007 the Horizon Award for the Country Music Awards, which is Best New Artist. So she, after her first album, first of now 9 albums, she was named Best New Artist. And let me just say they were on the right track with that one.
That's huge.
So after she won that award, she releases Fearless. And Fearless includes tracks such as 15, the titular Fearless, Love Story, You Belong With Me, Forever and Always. You have a question?
How did you know I did a solo to Love Story?
Because your dad told me.
Oh my goodness.
All of my information comes from your parents.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This is interesting.
Because apparently Bim did like a dance to it.
Yeah, my solo for my recital in 2013 was to Love Story.
Yeah,
I had the only solo.
your dad said he cried.
Really?
Yes.
Aww.
Little guy. He's
I
crying.
gotta try and find a video.
You need to find a video, and we need to release it on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
Also, you see that random guy follow us?
Yeah, I did. Who is that?
Oh, I thought you would know.
Nope. No idea.
All right, someone come get y'all mans. Because
For real.
not only did he follow us, he liked all of our Instagram photos out of order.
Yeah, that's weird.
It's a little weird. Anyway,
Little stuff.
we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out, guys. We are grown women. We got this.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, where was I before Bim interrupted me? She released Fearless. Round of applause, please. Thank you.
Sorry, I had that on mute.
Yeah, you know what? Stay on mute. And she's back on mute, guys. Okay, yeah, well, love to see it. Anyway, this album debuted top of the charts. Like, very tippity top of the Billboard charts. Absolutely insane. Just like an insane amount of people downloaded her music. And this was when you had to like buy stuff on iTunes. Like even before you had to buy stuff on iTunes, you had to buy the physical CD. Get it? Because like it's like guys, so like no, because like guys, so, because it's like, you know, so like CDs nuts.
CDs and
Yeah. So, then after it topped the charts, she got to headline her first tour. First ever tour she got to headline, which means like she was no longer opening for people. People were opening for her. Second album she released. Number 2. Already like top of the world. And then she won Album of the Year. Just easy money. Boom. Then
money grind set.
Then, in September 2009, Taylor Swift won a VMA for her music video, You Belong With Me. We recall? Yes, we do. The reason we recall this is because while she was giving her acceptance speech, Kanye West pops up on the stage. Out of nowhere. Literally out of nowhere. Came from thin air, as he often does. And he steals the microphone away from Taylor Swift and he goes, Taylor, I love you, but Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time. And basically saying that Taylor Swift did not deserve to win. Obviously, the audience just starts booing. Just boo. We hate Kanye West. But at the time, what sucks is Taylor Swift thought they were booing her. So imagine you are Taylor Swift. Imagine you are Taylor Swift accepting an award for something you just worked so hard on. Not only did you like kind of direct the music video, she didn't really, but like she obviously like had an influence. She starred in it, and then she won an award for all of her hard work, and then Kanye West comes on stage and says, you don't deserve to win, and then the audience starts booing at you. Imagine how you would feel. Bad, right?
I would feel sad. I would feel very bad and sad.
Yeah, so that really sucked. The world kind of forgot after that, but I never did. Me and my 5-year-old self in 2009 was like, I will never forget this. I hate Kanye West, and I still do. Donda sucked. Have I listened to it? No. Am I going to?
Donda.
No.
Donda, 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 Donda,
Get-
Donda.
get-
That's the only
get-
Donda
get-
song I listen.
Yes. So anyway, after that whole scenario, 2010 happens. And 2010 saw the birth of the album that is Speak Now. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Apparently not, because Bim has to unmute herself every time she wants to say something.
Amen.
So apparently not.
Amen.
Okay,
Amen.
no, Queen, I heard you.
Amen.
Anyway, Speak Now saw the birth of songs such as Back to December, which is famously written about Taylor Lautner, Mean, The Story of Us, Enchanted, and the hit song Dear John, which, like, Taylor has always been kind of cryptic about, like, you know, writing songs about men, and, like, you know, she's always kind of written about, like, her personal things that happened to her, but, like, Dear John was just, whoa. everyone knew that the album was going to be like about him and their very public relationship. But Dear John was just like, you put his name in the title? Wow. She put it on track 5. Like she was just, wow. She was out there. She did not care. This also like goes along with the fact that on Ellen, she talked about how one of the songs on Fearless, named Forever and Always, is just fully about Joe Jonas. Just like, you know. Okay. When you unmute yourself, I want you to say something constructive and additive to the story and not Joe Mama. Do you hear me? You hear me?
Okay.
Thank you. Anyway. So, after she released that thing, the album, John Mayer just starts attacking her to anyone who will listen. Just saying, oh, she's a horrible songwriter. Her lyrics suck. When she literally, like, came out with a banger that is Speak Now, where there is not a single skip on that album. Can I tell you? Like, zero skip. I hate John Mayer. Hate him. Oh, well, whatever. We'll get over it. Anyway, so then in 2011, she wins Country Music Award Entertainer of the Year, which, once again, good call by them. Because then in 2012, she won Best Solo Performance and Best Country Song for the song Mean, which she gave a performance of Mean at the Grammys. And like originally the lyrics go like, someday I'll be living in a big old city and all you're ever gonna be is mean. Yeah. She changed the lyrics to, someday I'll be singing this at the Grammys and all you'll ever be is mean. Just like queen stuff that she's doing. Like, girl boss, thank you. Like, it's just, I just love that song where it's, someday I'll be living in a big old city. Someday I'll be big enough so you can't hit me. Someday I'll be singing this at the Grammys and all you'll ever be is mean. God, I just love that. I love it. It is just so fantastic. Little me, little 2010 me, sitting and listening to that. I'm like, she got a point there, you know? Oh, God, I just love that. So then after that hit success of Speak Now comes Red. Red was originally released in 2012. And it sold 1.2 million copies in 1 week, which is the highest 1 week total sales in 10 years at that time. So, like, top in charts. And also, her lead single that came out with that, We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together, was her first #1 hit single ever. So, she is just, like, really just on the rise, and it's still the beginning of her career. She's at the top of the world, and she's still 22, literally. So
22, like the song.
Exactly. That Red features songs such as I Knew You Were Trouble, 22, We're Never Ever Getting Back Together, The Lucky One, Everything Has Changed, and most famously, All Too Well. Now, All Too Well was written about Jake Gyllenhaal, who is just being torn to shreds in that song. Just, wow. It is insane. She never confirms, like, any of the album is about Jake Gyllenhaal, but, like, a lot of the songs on there are about Jake Gyllenhaal, or at least, like, feelings that Jake Gyllenhaal brought up, you know? So, like, just, I hate Jake Gyllenhaal. Ugh, hate him, worst.
Screw Jake Gyllenhaal.
And, like, he was just a toxic person, you know? Like, very manipulative, taking advantage of a younger girl. She was, like, 20, 21, and he was, like, 30, you know?
Yeah, we were watching that music video, like, the one that came out.
Yeah.
I was like, why is it Sadie Sink and Dylan, or, like, whoever that was? I was like, he's so old. And they were like, my friends were like, yeah, that's the point. That's how old they were. I was like, what?
Well, so, Taylor Swift dated John Mayer when she was 19 and he was 30. And then she dated Jake Gyllenhaal when he was, I think, 30 and she was 21.
Yikes.
So, like, just a little large of an age gap right there. Yeah, so once Red came out, that was her first kind of, like, her first taste of this new pop style. She was transitioning away from country during her Red album, which, like, she still had a lot of country tracks on Red, but, like, she started, like, We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together. That is not a country song. That is definitely not a country song. So, like, it was just her kind of experimenting with her sound, which we love. Then came 2014, where she released the banger, the absolute banger, that was 1989.
Which is the year she was born.
Are you kidding? Really? I hadn't put this together yet. I had to put this together. So this album included songs such as Shake It Off, Style, Out of the Woods, Bad Blood, Wildest Dreams, and of course, Blank Space. Now, think of any kind of record one song can break. Blank Space broke it. Blank Space was the song that every radio station was playing, every person on their iPod was playing. That song spent 7 weeks straight number 1 on the Billboard chart. 7 weeks straight.
Yeah, I remember when that song came out. I remember watching the music video in my science class because it was, like, a big deal.
It was huge deal. Like, it was just the song of all songs. It was just every single person was listening to it. And things did not get much better. Like, I had that album on CD. Like, it was one of the only Taylor Swift album I had on CD. And now it's in Bim's room, and she just is now going to get it. And she's bringing it back, and boom, there it is. It's just such a good album.
Welcome to New York, Blank Space Style, Out of the Woods. All you had to do was say, Shake It Off, I Wish You Would, Bad Blood, Wildest Dreams, How You Get the Girl, This Love, I Know Places, Clean.
Have you listened to it yet?
No, I have not. Okay,
when you listen to it, you have to tell me what your favorite song is on the album and why it's clean.
Okay. Whoa, they got, like, photos in here?
Yes!
What?
I told you when I gave you it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, I do remember this.
Anyway, are you kidding? I got another hair in my nail polish? Wait, no, I didn't.
No.
Okay, so, this 1989, this album sold 5 million copies, okay? It invented the new pop sound of the next, like, 4 years. Like, it was the start of a new sound of the music industry. And I think that right there is when Taylor Swift became the music industry. Like, there was one quote by, like, a daytime TV show host where they said, most famously, Taylor Swift is the music industry. And everyone just kind of agreed. Like, yes, she is the person that is driving the music industry. She decides what goes. And it's not like we're all waiting for Taylor Swift. It just happens. Like, she is constantly reinventing herself, that what she does just influences what happens for the next 4 years. Yes? So with 1989, that was kind of like, setting it in stone, Taylor's place in the music industry. And it won Album of the Year at the Grammys, obviously. Just casual. Absolutely fantastic. Queen behavior. And if you want to watch the 1989 tour, it is on YouTube for free. Everyone, it'll be linked in the description. Everyone needs to go watch it. It is just so... Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
That's good.
And it's so, like, 2015 core, It's just, when you watch it, you were just transported back in time to 2015, and it's the best, and I could not have hoped for anything better. Then comes the Dark Ages. So, Kanye West reeling his old head around again and again and again when people don't even want him and when he just has bad music, he writes a song called Famous. And in this song, he includes the line, "I think me and Taylor might still have sex." So he's like, you know what? I kind of want to maintain this friendship I have going with Taylor because after the whole 2009 VMAs drama, they like made up. Him, Kim, and Kanye were like, you know, homies. So he called her up and he's like, "Hey, I'm thinking of including this line in my rap. Are you okay?" And she goes, "Yeah, for sure. Just like, I hope you know that that's a little misogynistic." He goes, "I know, that's why I wrote it." He didn't really say that. I just kind of, I ad-libbed that.
Okay. Oh, okay. He probably said that, though.
He probably did.
Yeah.
What he did not tell Taylor about was that he was going to call her that bitch in the song. He said, "I feel like me and Taylor might still have sex. I made that bitch famous." So she knew about the first part of that. She did not know about the second part. And she immediately after the song dropped, she goes, what? She starts going to Twitter and was like, "Hey guys, I don't support this. This is stupid. This is bad. This is horrible. No, thank you." And then Kim Kardashian was like, "You know what? I'm going to take matters into my own hands. I'm going to release an edited recording of the phone call that they had where Kanye was telling her about the lyric." And she, like, it made Taylor, like, it painted her in a very bad light and, like, made her sound like a hypocrite and, like, a liar, when in reality it was just Kim Kardashian probably hired someone to edit the clip.
Wow.
Yeah, so, like, then the entire world, for some reason, just turned against Taylor Swift. They're like, you know what? I would rather, you know, take Kanye West and Kim Kardashian's side over Taylor Swift's side. Now, you know, I'm the first one to say, like, I love the Kardashian-Jenner clan. I just think what they, like, they're famous for nothing, but they're still famous. How do they do it? They're just entrepreneurs at the finest. Like, I'm the first one to say that. But, like, fuck Kim and Kanye, you know? Screw them. They are the worst. So, also, to make matters worse, in Kanye West's music video for that song, he includes, like, a mannequin of a naked Taylor Swift. Yeah.
What?
Exactly. Like, how do you as a human being think that's okay? And that is why,
For real.
like, I don't listen to any of Kanye West's music. Like, you know how earlier I said, Donda is a bad album? I haven't listened to Donda. So, so yeah, that's kind of, if anyone plays Kanye West around me, I will just simply leave and not be friends with them anymore. Like, not only because of what he did to Taylor, but just him as a person is just horrible. Just a bad person. Anyway, sorry. Back to business. So after all that happened, Taylor Swift left the internet. But before she did, she sent out a very cryptic tweet. Damn it. I forgot exactly what the tweet said. It was something like, "There's no such thing as something something. There will only be reputation." And then she dipped, sending the internet into a frenzy. Then in 2017, she drops the hit song, "Look What You Made Me Do."
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Let me just say, the whole Reputation era does not get the credit it deserves. I talked about this in Intense October, but the meaning of the album at first glance is not what it is actually. And I could just do a whole podcast on Reputation and, like, what it means, and I will be going off on a little tangent a little bit later, but it was just insane. So after Look What You Made Me Do, it was kind of an album about, after Look What You Made Me Do, she released Reputation, which is an album where she, again, like, experimented with her style. So she was kind of pop in 1989, and she was still pop in Reputation, but it was more electronic, kind of more rap-ish. Like, she had Kendrick Lamar feature on Bad Blood. And Reputation includes songs like Don't Blame Me, Delicate, Look What You Made Me Do, Dress, and one of my all-time favorite Taylor Swift songs, New Year's Day. So after Reputation became the top-selling LP, American LP of the year, which, ask me what LP means, I don't know. I don't know what LP means. So
what does LP mean?
Licensing, no, I don't know.
I thought it meant long something.
Long project. Let's go with that. But let's just say Reputation did pretty well. But the thing is, it did not get nominated for any Grammys, which was just like stupid, in my opinion. Incredibly stupid. Anyway, Reputation was kind of an album. At first glance, it's like, I don't care about anything, I don't care about anyone, or at least that's what the first 6, 7, 8, maybe 9 tracks are on the album, where it's like, you know, kind of bad girl, doesn't care about anyone, doesn't care about their reputation, doesn't care. But if you really read into the lyrics and like all of the songs in it, it's so vulnerable. And the reason why this album is just so impactful is because of the place Taylor was in emotionally, and I don't know, I guess in her personal life when she wrote it, because she was dealing with the entire world, the entire internet just hating her, sending her hate messages. Taylor Swift Is Over Party was trending on Twitter, like, after the recording came out. And, like, Kanye West got an entire concert full of his fans to say F Taylor Swift just over and over again. Like, can you imagine what that would have, like, the kind of effects that would have on a person? Just really bad, yeah. So, like, but at the same time, she was kind of taking a break from everything. She was falling in love with someone. So it's kind of that line where it's like, do they know so much about me that they have already made up their mind about me? Or like that vulnerability that you can only have when she was at the lowest of her lows, but just finding someone who she will want to spend the rest of her life with. Like, it's just, I don't know, just Reputation is just so good. It's just so good. Like, especially the song New Year's Day, it just gets me every time. I'm just sobbing in my car every time I hear it. It's just beautiful. Anyway, I will shut up about Reputation now and finish painting my nails. God, I'm almost done, guys. Don't worry. So after Reputation came out, came 2018, when Taylor Swift left Big Machine Records. Now, Big Machine Records, when she left, owned her first 6 albums. They owned Debut, Fearless, Speak Now, Red, and 1989, and Reputation. Like, all of her work up until then was owned by Big Machine Records. And she really, like, the entire time she was with them, she really just wanted to own her own music. Like, that was the only thing she asked. It was the only thing she wanted. And, Scott Bitch just wouldn't let her. He just would not sell her the rights for some reason. But Taylor Swift still had the publishing rights. So, like, we can find loopholes and stuff. But anyway, in 2018, she left Big Machine Records. And then Big Machine Records was sold to Scooter Braun. And Scooter Braun is someone that Taylor Swift notoriously does not like. And Scooter Braun does not like Taylor Swift. They do not get along with each other. Like, Scooter Braun is a talent agent that represents Kanye West. And, like, he also, like, bullied Taylor Swift. It's, like, a whole deal. So, like, the one person that she really did not want to own her music now owns her first 6 albums. Like, her life's work. He now owns.
Wait, do they still own it?
So here's the thing. Taylor Swift was like, So then, Scooter Bitch sold her catalog to a private investment group. Which, don't ask me what that means, because I don't know what that means. But what it meant for Taylor Swift was that she could now she could re-record her old songs. This happened in November 2020, and immediately she started re-recording her old songs. And in April 2021, she released Fearless, Taylor's version, which was the start of something new. But let's go back. In 2018, she left her old record label and she went to a new one, and she released Lover. And this was the first album that she owned. She owns Lover. This album has songs on it like Cruel Summer, the titular Lover, The Man, Paper Rings, You Need to Calm Down, which won a VMA award, and Me, ! Featuring Brandon Urie. Yep.
I remember that song.
Me, ooh, 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 ooh. Anyway, so that was it. And then, quarantine happened. Because that was 2019, and then the world stopped. And when we needed her the most, she made herself known. Because in the summer of 2020, Taylor Swift goes, "Hey guys, my new album Folklore is now available." And we all went, "What? Your what now?" And she goes, "My new album, obviously. You know, the one that I hadn't talked about at all." She hadn't even hinted at it. Like, Taylor Swift is notorious for being like cryptic in every single social media post she does, like in her tweets, Instagram posts. Everything she does is for a reason, and she starts like planning it out, leaving Easter eggs for her fans. We love it. We eat it up. For Folklore, she didn't do anything. She simply just released the album. And like,
You should have just known.
we should have known. We should have been on our toes. Like, we should have known something was up. Now, Folklore has some. Sorry, I got a text from. Okay, Folklore has songs on it, including The One, Cardigan, Last Great American Dynasty, Exile featuring Bon Iver, My Tears Ricochet, Mirror Ball, 7, August, This Is Me Trying, Illicit Affairs, Invisible String, Peace, Epiphany, Hoax, Betty. That's the entire track list, by the way. Just like no skips. That album has no skips. Zero. Absolutely none. And that album ended up winning Album of the Year at the Grammys. An album with a surprise release wins Album of the Year at the Grammys. Period.
Queen.
Then, so she released it in summer 2020. In November 2020, she goes, "Hey guys, here's another album." Here's another album entitled Evermore. Hey mom, I'm still recording the podcast.
I know, I'm here for my interview.
Oh, you're here for your interview. That's so great. Would you like to come here and tell us what you think of the album Evermore, and specifically the song No Body, No Crime by Taylor Swift?
It is fantastic, epic.
Uh-huh.
It will soon be on everybody's playlist,
Uh-huh.
no matter what genre of music you like.
Exactly.
And it tells a story,
Exactly.
as all songs should, and it's also of women's strength
Yes.
and conniving
Period.
ability to kick boys' butts.
Pick men.
Yeah.
We hate men.
So how was my interview? Do I replace her?
Yeah, I think so. Well, Bim, we've had some problems with Bim in her recording. So like this is our setup right now. So yeah, you can replace her.
Okay, sounds good.
Wow.
I'm free next week.
Okay, perfect. Sounds great. Guys, catch Jenny on the pod next week. She's replacing Bim.
Wow.
Yeah, so in November, once again, surprise release, Evermore! Featuring songs such as Willow, her and Champagne Problems. That entire album, once again, 0 skips. If you take nothing from this podcast, please take the fact that Folklore and Evermore have both 0 skips. You listen to Folklore all the way through first, and then Evermore all the way through second.
I'm stalking Taylor Swift's Instagram. This is really funny to me. I don't know why.
It's really funny. Yeah. Yeah.
It's funny.
Anyway, then, as I said previously, April 2021, she releases Fearless, Taylor's version. And this was her first Taylor's version album. So she released she re-recorded all of her old songs that were on Fearless deluxe version. And then she also included tracks that weren't on the original album. And she called them From the Vault tracks. And one of these from the Vault tracks was a song called Mr. Perfectly Fine, which is once again about Joe Jonas tearing him to shreds. And I just think it is so funny. It is just hilarious how she has the ability to do this. Now, following April 2021, everyone was thinking, what's next? Because she's obviously going to do all of the first 6 albums. Like, she's going to. But it's just the question of what order, when is it going to happen? Is she going to, like, surprise drop them like she did Fearless? She barely, like, announced Fearless. It just kind of happened. Is it going to be, like, a waiting game like she did with Red? I don't know. I don't know, guys. That's the big thing. We don't know. So then, once again, the thing with Taylor Swift is she loves being cryptic. And the way that she hints at things, the way that she does Easter eggs, is sometimes simply through her outfits. After the Brit Awards, there was huge debate as to what album was coming next. Because the dress that she wore and the way she styled it with her hair and her lipstick, it was either 1989 or Red. Those were the two people were fighting over. There were entire, like, Twitter threads, like, this is coming next and this is why. It's just, she gives an opportunity for fans to figure things out, she's just so cool. So then she announced, hey guys, it's gonna be Red. And we went wild. It was a fantastic thing that happened. So then Red came out this Friday. And the song that everyone was anticipating was the song All Too Well. Now, not the All Too Well re-recorded version, like just like regular stuff. The All Too Well 10-minute version. Now, the story goes, back in 2010 when she was writing the album, after Jake Gyllenhaal broke her heart, she went to rehearsal with the band, and she was heartbroken. She sat down, and she just started playing the same 4 chords over and over again. And then the band kind of joined in, and she started ad-libbing. Just like random words, things that came to her mind. And someone was recording that. So she listened back to the recording, and in 2011, she wrote down lyrics, kind of filled it in. The song ended up being 10 minutes in 2011. 10-minute song. Then she cut it down to the 5-minute song, which is now on Red, the original version. But then, when she announced Red re-recordings, she said, also, by the way, there's a 10-minute version of All Too Well, and you guys will be receiving the 10-minute version of All Too Well. And when I say we shat our pants, guys. Like, there was no saving them. There were no more pants left to piss, guys. Like, I can't even describe to you what that was like. So anyway, once again, it was the long waiting game. She announced Red, like, months before it released. And she had it for November 19th, next weekend. But then, like, mid-October, she goes, hey guys, by the way, my album is going to be done a week early. So guys, you guys will be getting Red on November 12th instead of November 19th. Can I get an amen? Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Wait,
Amen.
Didn't she also release the Wildest Dreams, Taylor's version?
Yes, literally. So she announced Red, and then Wildest Dreams started trending on TikTok, and she just kind of got on TikTok, and that's like back in 2012 and 2014. Like she was really into Tumblr because it was kind of the one place where she could really talk to her fans and like interact with them really personally. And it was also kind of the place where all of the things she said weren't decoded. Like they weren't like counting the letters she used in each word. Like it was kind of an organic interactions with Taylor Swift you can get on Tumblr. And now TikTok is becoming the same thing for her. So when Wildest Dreams started trending on TikTok, she goes, okay guys. And she released Wildest Dreams, Taylor's version, which is from 1989, which means she has the entirety of the 1989 album recorded. So, now it's the question of, what's coming next? What's coming next, guys? Everyone's saying, oh, Speak Now's next. Speak Now's next. But guys, I hate to say it, and it's going to sound so biased, and it's going to be so stupid of me to even say this. Her outfits recently scream Reputation. Just scream Reputation. And also, there was like filming going on outside of her apartment, and the production name was called Acorn. And acorn is a legal term used for like something that is hurtful to someone's reputation. Like the word acorn has to do with reputation. And then for Halloween, she dressed up as a squirrel, which like has to do with like I am falling for the bait that she is giving us. I'm falling for it, and I think Reputation is going to be next. Because if you look at her outfits on the SNL, on Jimmy Fallon, on Jimmy Kimmel, they scream Reputation, and like it just has to be next. Simply has to be next.
I believe it.
I am manifesting it. Also, if you guys are looking for my top tracks of Red Taylor's version, wait no longer, because here they are. Write these down, guys. Write these down.
I'm writing.
She's writing. I Almost Do. The original was a bop. This one's even better. Stay, Stay, Stay. So fun. The last time. Let me say it again. The last time. Once again, fantastic on the original one. Even better on this one. It is just so good. It is so fantastic. The Lucky One. That song made me cry. Everything Has Changed. Begin Again. The Moment I Knew. That song made me cry. And this is controversial. State of Grace acoustic version. It is 100,000 million % better than the original version. And hey guys, if you want to poop your pants, piss your pants, cry, throw up, scream, smear snot on the walls, bubbling at your nose, forehead vein popping out, like blood vessels in your eyes popping, listen to Nothing New by Taylor Swift featuring Phoebe Bridgers. When I tell you, when I listen to that song, guys, I'm gonna be honest, it feels like someone took reached down into my throat, gathered my organs, pulled them out, plopped them on a table, got a bat, and started hitting them. Just boom, boom, boom. They mixed it all up, shoved it back down my throat, and said, okay, guys, this is good. Are you kidding? That song, oh my God. It'll be linked down below. It'll be linked in the description. Listen to it, but it is not for the faint of heart. JC, I would advise not listening to this song. I would advise not at all. This song, JC, is in fact going to break you, and I don't know if you're prepared for that. Because it broke me, and I am 17 years old. I barely relate to the song. I relate to it, but it's written from a perspective of someone who's 22, and I'm 17 years old. Also, the song Forever Winter, once again, ripping your guts out, plopping them on the table. Maybe not hitting them with the bat. Maybe just someone walked across it for a little bit, and then they shoved it back down your throat. You remember how I said All Too Well original version was Taylor Swift ripping Jake Gyllenhaal to shreds for 5 minutes? Now, imagine Taylor Swift, Jake Gyllenhaal in a cuck match. Jake Gyllenhaal has the lowest stats. Taylor Swift has the highest stats. Taylor Swift gets a chair somehow, some way, and just starts hitting him over the head with a chair. Then, once he's on the ground, she already won, mind you. She does her little backflip over, she climbs up on the rails and she does a backflip over and she just pummels him. And then she does her little dance and then she does it 4 more times in a row. And then, you know what? Since that wasn't good enough, she takes the chair back out, hitting him over the head, and then somehow she gets one of those bats with like nails coming out of it, and she starts going in with that. And then finally, when Jake Gyllenhaal's body is just torn to shreds, she's breathing heavy. She reaches down, takes the scarf off of him that she's wearing, she spits on him, curb stomps him, and leaves, never to be seen again. That is what All Too Well Taylor's version, 10-minute version is like. It is just wow. And if you haven't already, please go watch the 10-minute version of All Too Well, short film that Taylor Swift wrote and directed. Once again, it's like someone took all your organs out, plopped them on a table, hit them with a bat, and shoved them back in. Yes? Common occurrence. Whew! That was a lot.
Boy.
To close.
Wow.
To close.
That was incredible. I kind of want to see that at Cuz Match.
Me too. Guys, can we make this happen? Taylor Swift versus Jake Gyllenhaal. Jake Gyllenhaal must be wearing a scarf, and it must play out as I said. All right, guys, to close, I would like to tell you my official ranking of the Taylor Swift albums.
I'm ready.
You're ready. Okay, number 1, obviously, Folklore. Now, I hear people like, ugh, oh, Taylor is so much better. No. I am a sucker for storytelling. I'm a sucker for music, and I'm a sucker for slow songs. And this just hits all the marks. And I think Folklore is Taylor starting to experiment with not just writing songs about her own life, but making up stories. Like being the most creative you can be in your songwriting and in your storytelling. And I just love that for her. Love it the most. I also have such a strong connection to this album because it was the only thing I listened to for the entirety of this summer. And it is just fantastic. The only thing I think about when I listen to Folklore is just happy stuff, happy times. Wonderful. Best album. It's like it's probably my all-time favorite album. Like I have it on vinyl. It doesn't come off my record player. It stays there. It stays there. Okay. Second one is 1989. I had it on CD when I was redoing my bedroom in like the 6th grade. No. In like the 4th grade. I had that album on repeat on my little CD player. Bim has it in her hands right now. It's just, once again, the connotations I have with it are just wonderful. Love it. It makes me think of simpler times, but also all of the songs are so good. They are just simply fantastic. They are just so good. Bim, would you mind reading that track list for me again? But like stopping after every one?
Okay. Welcome to New York.
Banger. Fantastic. Wonderful. Best first track to like walk the face of the earth.
Mm-hmm. Blank Space.
Yup.
Style.
Yup.
Out of the Woods.
Uh-huh. Yup.
All you had to do was stay.
All you had to do was stay. Okay.
Shake It Off.
Yup.
I Wish You Would.
Yes. I love that song.
Bad Blood.
Yes.
Wildest Dreams.
Yes. Oh my god, this song is so good. I love that it's getting the recognition it deserves now. Like, not that it didn't in the past, but like it's getting a lot of recognition and I love it.
Yeah. How You Get the Girl.
Yes.
This Love.
Yes. Oh my god, I love that song.
I Know Places.
Yes.
Clean.
That song is so good. That song is so fantastic. Oh my god. Anyway, thank you. 1989, number 2. Number 3.
Can I scratch this out?
What is that?
It says Big Machine Records.
Once she releases Taylor's version, you can scratch that out.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Number 3 is Evermore. Once again, the storytelling in this album is just beautiful. And once again, the connotations, like, and the connections that I have with this album is just fantastic because Taylor Swift said that Folklore represents spring and summer, and then Evermore represents fall and winter. And I don't know how or why it happened, but when fall, like, the weather started getting colder, I just started listening to Evermore. Like, it just kind of happened. And I don't know, it embedded itself in my intense October. And you know what else embedded itself in my intense October? Number 4, Reputation. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Reputation at first glance is not what it is when you really get down into it. Like, it's just so good. Like, the last 4 or 5 tracks on that album, I can't even begin to describe to you, like, the kind of, I don't know, it's I don't know, like, it tells the story of someone who's at, like, the lowest of the low, like, at the lowest point in their life. Like, they think it can't get worse than this, and it's never gonna get any better. And then they meet someone, and at first, they're just terrified. They really, really like this person, and they are just terrified that it's not gonna go well because of their reputation and, like, how they are perceived by other people. But then it works out in the end. So, like, it's just wonderful. Next is number 5 is Red. Just so many good songs on that album. Just so many good songs. Next is Speak Now. Once again, just so many good songs, including the hit song Mean, which won a Grammy. It's just so good. And then after that is Fearless, then Debut, and then Lover. I love every Taylor Swift album. This is just my ranking of the Taylor Swift albums. Like, I love every single one of them. But at the same time, Lover is just not my cup of tea.
It's got me on it, and that song just...
I know. I love, like, what she's trying to do. I love it. Mm-hmm. Not for me. And, like, that's okay. Yeah. So that's my ranking. I don't care what anyone else says. These are my favorite Taylor Swift albums. Thank you very much. Bim, do you have anything to say? Like, have you learned something today?
I have learned so much. Because, I kind of knew, like, the drama with, like, the record thing, like,
because
her label.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm, like, on her side. I'm like, yeah, let's go.
Go Taylor. Mm-hmm.
Go Taylor. Now I hate Kanye West even more.
Mm-hmm.
Now I need to listen to the CDs.
Yes. And you know what, guys? Just for everyone listening here today, I'm going to be making a Spotify playlist of my favorite Taylor Swift songs.
Yay.
Put in optimal order, guys. Don't worry.
Okay.
It's happening. It'll be there.
Oh, I'm excited.
It'll be in the description. Don't you worry, guys. Don't you worry. All right, Bim. I want to hear. Have you listened, like, what is your favorite Taylor Swift song? If you have one.
Wildest Dreams.
Wildest Dreams. Because
That's I mean, I need to, like, sit down and look at them and stuff. That's, like, the first one that comes to mind.
Yeah. So once I make my playlist, then you can tell me, and I'll be expecting an answer next week.
Okay, I will. I will listen to your playlist.
Yeah, and next week, this whole audio issue better not be an issue.
I hope not.
Yeah, because you heard Jenny. She's ready. She's on deck. She's on call.
Scared.
You better be.